Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another video on Raid Shadow Legends. And in today's video, I want to talk about Mikey and Donnie, aka Michelangelo and Donatello of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, with the collab event that's going on right now, right? And so I've recently maxed them out, and I've got them to 60. I've got them in good gear. I've put some books on them, and I've had some experimentation on them in different areas. And I want to talk about Demon Lord, and I want to talk about a few other areas as well where I'm having an absolute blast using them. And, fingers crossed that I might be able to make my way towards some of the other turtles as well. We don't know exactly yet officially the release for Raphael and Leo, and I am super excited and hopeful that maybe I can get more of them added onto the team, because I'm just having an absolute blast with them. So before we get started with the video, though, there is going to be a promo code that recently came out as well. But before we get started with the entire video, I want to remind people that if you haven't started playing Raid yet, what are you waiting for? Download using the QR code in the top right hand of the screen to get Toronto Fox Hunter for free, Legendary the Shadowkin, and 3 amazing epics to go alongside him. That's going to be Ugo, Tagore, and Deacon Armstrong at account level 15, 30, and 40. And you can also get yourself another legendary for free, the Void Legendary Tahanarak, by using the promo code Desert Queen in the first 48 hours of a brand new account. So make sure if you're making a new account, you use this before the one that we're going to be talking about in the video here today at the start. So there is a new promo code to use, and this is going to be promo code golden 2GT. Okay, you're gonna click on that, and you're gonna get an epic book, and you're gonna get 100k gold, 100k silver, sorry, and 100 energy. Now the energy, I'm probably gonna use later on today anyways, because we have the new events that are starting with the start of the week here. We have Shredder's Wrath tournament, right? This is going to be, if you're following along with the pizza points, right? Shredder's Wrath just started here today. Tomorrow we're going to be getting a spider tournament. Tomorrow we're also getting champion training coming back again. So there's going to be a lot of points up for grabs, and also we have gear enhancement starting tomorrow as well. Now for me, for the Titan event, I am only going to be going as far, I think I'm only going to be going as far as the 3 red. I am not going all the way up to the 5 red Donnie, and the reason for that is because of the stats that you get primarily out of the 4 and the 5. The 4 is for crit damage, and 5 is resist and accuracy. Now, Donnie really doesn't need this, so it would be largely for the blessing boost, and it's not that big of a deal that I want to push. I need to save for the next... We don't even know. There's going to be a fusion event, right, in probably about 2 weeks' time, and we have no idea what that's going to look like. Maybe it's going to be the Turtles' mentor, right, in lieu of Master Splinter. Maybe they're going to make a Skinwalker's character come out to the game for the next fusion event. So I do want to kind of save some of my resources just in case I want to do that. And originally I was thinking of going to the 1,000 points, but I don't think I am. I think I'm just going to go to the 600 and then just upgrade and do stuff how I would normally do. Maybe catch up on some Minotaur, that kind of thing. But we're going to be going for the 3 red Donnie. And as far as my Ninja Turtles go, I want to talk about them first before we actually go into a deeper dive, because they're just really amazing. We're up to the, if you've been following along since the collab started, you should be up to the 3 red on Mikey. The rest of them should be coming in short order as well if you're in phase 2. So in 2 more days, I'll be picking up the 4 red. And then, of course, in 6 days, I'll be getting that 5 red. So as far as what I have been using for him for the blessing, I did decide to give him Brimstone, because by the time we get to the 5 red, this is going to be protected. You also need accuracy to land Brimstone, and Mikey should be getting that as well, because he's got a lot of different debuffs where you're going to need to have accuracy in order to apply these. So it makes sense to give him a 5 red Brimstone, in my opinion. So that's what I've decided. And for newer players and mid-game players, this is something that I personally recommend doing as well. So really amazing kit. I was trying to actually avoid maybe legendary books into the A1. I did not manage to do that. I was trying to get the cooldown reductions on A2 and A3, and it ended up giving me into the A1. So I had to fully book Mikey. He does require 10 books in order to finish him off. And I did do that with the CVC, the Clan versus Clan, this week, even though it wasn't a personal. I didn't want to wait. I wanted to get this going now. Now, as far as how I built them, again, this is going to vary depending on where you are at in the game. He's kind of glass cannony right now for me. I have like a lot of crit damage, like 258% crit damage. His HP is only 40,000. His defense is 2,800 now because of the 3 red soul that I picked up recently with like 5,300 attack and a little bit more crit rate than he should have. And I have the lethal set, right? So the lethal set will give me 25% ignore defense. That's probably why I have the additional crit rate here. And then I have a 2-piece Slayer bonus and then a 1-piece Merciless bonus. So that's kind of what I'm running on my Mikey. And then for Donnie, what I love about him is that he is very easy to build. You literally just need to stack HP and speed and maybe a little bit of defense, and that's it. He doesn't have any debuffs, so you don't need accuracy. And so I love his kit so much. Right? I mean, he cleanses AoE cleanse on a cooldown of 3 with the books is huge, with continuous heal and strengthen for 2 turns, and then turn meter as well. And then, of course, his A2, which is really the big one there, decreases the cooldown of all ally skills by 2. And with books, it's a cooldown of 4. So it's not that bad. And with the speed buff for 2 turns there as well. And his basic, we got to talk about this because this is really underrated because it does heal with the books up to 15% of his max HP, and it activates a continuous heal buff on all allies. So it's just going to automatically heal that. And with the passive, right, they're all, and I got to show this in battle, like, because they're bouncing off each other. And so whenever Mikey attacks, Donnie's attacking, and he's triggering his A1 again, which is more healing. So he's really going to it's going to be an easy time, the more turtles you have, keeping your characters alive, because he's just going to be doing this every time any of your other turtles take a turn. So lots of healing across the board to keep your characters healthy. And what I like about this is as well, because you want to make sure that Mikey has a 100% crit rate, because if Donnie's attacking, then Mikey's coming in with his A1, and that is assuming that it's going to be a critical hit. You're going to always have that attack up buff on Mikey because of those assists, because it brings in the A1. So a really powerful combo, and I've actually really, I've been able to jack up my clan boss damage recently as well. And I kind of want to show this in battle just to see how this works a little bit for you guys. If you haven't used the duo together, let's see what kind of luck I get on some of my drops here, right? Let's just do this. We got an Ancient Shard and a Void Shard. Let's just open up my chest before we go in. Another Ancient Shard. I'm stacking those back up again. And Brutal, probably not going to get too much, but let's see. Maybe we'll get a shard. No, we didn't. Okay. So for Ultra Nightmare, what I'm doing with my team, now I've altered my team a fair bit as a result of using Mikey and Donnie. I had Hotatsu in here before, and I also had Estra Dream Song. So my old version looked something like this, and we had Hotatsu over here, and Hotatsu was actually in the leader position because he could cleanse the stun. Now, in this instance, I am going to be running this. So this is my Demon Lord team here. But what I want to show you guys is just basically how it looks like in battle. And we're gonna do it in manual, even though I can sim this, just to show you guys what this looks like as far as the duo combination with Mikey and Donnie. And if I hopefully can get some more of these characters, I'm gonna love it even more. Now, for the purposes of this, like, I don't really, it's very early turns. Like, I'm not gonna take much damage here. But like, just to see the buffs go up there, you can get up to 3 turns, right, with the masteries. That's important. Make sure I didn't show my masteries, and I apologize for that. But normally having the one for the support side where you can have an extension of some of your buffs up to 3 turns, that'd be really good as well. Going over there, get the Brimstone. So I need to change that in my Tholen. Mikey's going to be my main Brimstone character. Farrakhan the Fat. I love Farrakhan the Fat. All those assists are absolutely amazing. Getting that Hex off just so I can go into the A2 afterwards. Although with Donnie or with Mikey, it probably doesn't even matter that much, right? We get all the attack down. We get the Leech. Leech is really good. Now, because I'm on manual, I'm just going to do the A1 first, and then I'm going to do I should get the speed up. That's the only thing. I should be getting that speed up first, but we're going to do this just for the purposes of that. And I'm actually, I'm actually a little bit concerned that I might have too many debuffs with Farrakhan. Right? We got the defense up. Oh no, that didn't land the defense up. I'm shocked. Did I fail on my shell shocker there? And again, Mikey's assisting with that A1, which is really great. We got the defense down there anyways. And then I guess from there, those are all of my buffs, right? All my debuffs I think I have on the team. So then we can see we're back around on the A3 again already. So we're just spamming that because of Donnie. So the damage is going to go up quite well. And I guess from here, we probably can just go into auto at this point. But like the fact that all of my cooldowns are essentially always being up, like a lot of this, we're just spamming skills because of Donnie. It truly is amazing. The damage is really great. And then we're getting those. We need to have the hex up, right, to get the assists from Michinaki. So he is potentially going to be getting stunned every now and then, right? Because he's... Oh, actually, no. Oh, wait, hold on. Is Mikey, because he's got taunt up, is that actually... That might be triggering the A1 stun and redirecting it. I actually never thought about that. I wasn't really thinking about that at the time. But it seems like that might actually be the case, which is not what I expected here. Right? And what I love about Mikey is that every time he takes damage, he gets barrier basically on his passive from based on his attack, I believe it is. So like we got some really crazy numbers like coming up, and like I just love this team. I love this team so much. I'm very curious what my numbers are going to get to over that. We got so many buffs going on. I want to see the A1 again. Is he gonna... No, not that. The next turn, right? Demon Lord should punch again. Is he... As long as Mikey has the taunt up, that's what I'm wondering. Is he going to keep it up for the next time here? That I didn't know about before going into this video, I'll be honest. I didn't quite think about the taunt, because I don't normally have taunt up. Is he still going to have that? No, it's gone now. Okay, so now he's defaulting to Michinaki. I think that the taunt could very well be getting him to attack Mikey. So that would be something interesting to note as well, though. There we go. And so what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to pause this, or we're going to jump ahead where I finished the battle, and I want to show you where my damage is sitting at with this team. All right, I wanted to jump back in just to share with you guys the midway point. Maybe it's the midway point here. We're at a boss turn count of 14 with about 37 million damage. One problem that I'm having a little bit is my characters are actually losing their buffs. Like, I'm actually taking more turns. What I wish and what I hope I'd be able to do soon is actually replace Farrakhan the Fat with Lady Mikage, because she does actually extend buffs by +1 turns, and I think in combination with Donnie that would be really, really good. So that's kind of like where I would go from here as far as changing up some of my lineup here. But Mikey and Donnie I think is going to be an integral part of anyone's team. And if you're a new player watching this and you did not get Donnie, Mikey is still really powerful standalone. His kit is really nice. That combination of attack down, defense down, and leech is very good, and he can basically maintain his own attack up on his A1. So a really solid character. He's getting that barrier as well that you can see here, which is really, really nice when he gets attacked. So yeah, really powerful character. So just because if you don't have Donnie because you started recently, don't worry too much about that. This is just if you happen to have both of them together. Obviously, the turtles do synergize a little bit better that way, but because the Donnie Fusion event is over, it's a little bit harder to get that. All right, and we gone to the end of our Ultra Nightmare journey here at 16.5 minutes, or sorry, 16 minutes and 50 seconds, basically here. And this is the first time that I've ever hit over 100 million damage. Frankly, I think this is the first time I've hit more than 80 million damage since changing my team up to Mikey and Donnie. Now, what I found very surprising a little bit was that Mikey out-damaged my Tholen. For a long time, Tholen had been some of the highest DPS on my team. Michinaki came in with a little bit less than I thought, so this can range between 20 and 30 million damage. He has a 50% chance to assist on when Hex is on the enemy, so maybe the uptime. Also, he was stunned occasionally because he was actually the leadership aura as well. So when Mikey had the taunt up, it did divert the punch to Mikey, and sometimes he would dodge it because he does have an evade chance for that. Otherwise, Michinaki was stunned and he can't assist during the stun, so that explains a little bit of that. I was also pretty impressed, Donnie, with a War Master, right? So making sure that they have War Master, so that every time all of the turtles are assisting, it'll be really fun to see what happens with more turtles. That they're triggering more of these War Master procs as well. So 109 million damage for this. I'm really happy about that. I'm just genuinely curious what it's going to look like on Nightmare, because I do need to run this anyways. I'm just going to run the quick battle sim here, right, with the exact same team, and not that it matters, right? I'm well over a 1 key at this point, but I'm just genuinely curious what this might show up as. 150 million damage. Like, yeah, I know some people can do way more than this, and it doesn't seem, it might not even seem that impressive for some people, but I've only been playing the game for 7 months. And Mikey just seems like really like the combo. I love this. It's just like he is getting more damage in here. I guess the less defense they have, right? Because he is assisting so many times there that it's just the damage is really good. So I think the path forward for me, anyways, would be replacing Farrakhan the Fat with Lady Mikage, but he's still in a PS. I made a video just on Farrakhan. Like, he is really good as well. So I'm really happy. Oops, wrong button. Really happy with the changes to my team. And also the duo is very good. Like, I'm going to try and add them into Hydra as well, right? This week, I'll probably do a separate video here on Hydra, because I'm going to have Mikey and Donnie on one team. I just need to build a team around them so that works out. But the fact that Mikey spreads debuffs is very powerful, right? Even standalone, right? Just I want to clarify that he is very viable standalone as well, because his kit, right, this part here applies a debuff spread, taking all debuffs from the target and placing them on all enemies, and ignores 25% of resistance if the initial hit is critical. So making sure that he has a 100% crit rate is super important, because he's going to be able to ignore a little bit of that resistance, which means that his accuracy maybe doesn't need to be as high. So I'm currently at 243 accuracy, which is a little bit low, but because he is ignoring 25%, and also because we get a 5 red for free, that by the time I get that here, I'm going to get an additional 75 accuracy, and that should be more than good enough, I think, for most of the PvE areas that I'm going to be using him in. So I just love the turtles. I wanted to kind of do a little bit of a PSA, I guess, or just share my experiences with them so far. I think that wherever you can use them, I think that they are viable enough as far as PvE goes. Maybe I was gonna say maybe not Fire Knight, but I think if you have more turtles around, that you very well could, because they're all assisting on every single turn, and a lot of the turtles have 2-hit attacks. So if they're all coming in to assist each other, that's like 7 hits per turn. So they very well could do that as well. If you had a character like Farrakhan in there, just for extra, or just to get that in there, it would be absolutely crazy. I look forward to seeing what else comes in this collaboration event. For September, the last I heard is that the actual guaranteed events for the other turtles are going to be in October, so we'll have to wait and see what the truth is, or what ends up happening. But I think after the Smart Fella Titan event, I think we're going to start seeing like the new news on the September Fusion event later on this month. So we'll see about that as well. That's it for now. That's it for me for just now. But I want to remind people that if you haven't started playing Raid yet, after all of this, what are you waiting for? Download using the QR code in the top right to get Krato Fox Hunter, Legendary of the Shadowkin, for free. 3 amazing epics alongside him: Ugo, Tagore, and Deacon Armstrong at level 15, 30, and 40 for your account. And also an amazing Void Legendary by the name of Tuhanarak. You don't get Void Legendaries very often. Use the promo code Desert Queen within the first 48 hours of a brand new account. And of course, we have Michelangelo, right? If you haven't started playing or you want to make a new account, 7 days, get your Michelangelo that we've been talking about here in today's video. That's it for now, everyone. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys all on the next video. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and you'll be greatly helping out the channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.